So this is Ekma, and this project has been going on for probably like a year now. I recently added the project to GitHub, and I moved to CMake recently. And so I just kind of wanted to show the build system, what the actual project looks like. And so I'm just gonna git clone from GitHub, Zekma the Dirk, Tower of the Dead. This is just pulling from the latest code, but the code hasn't been updated since the latest release, so for all intents and purposes, I'm just pulling from the release. So we're gonna go into Tower of the Dead. I don't know how to type. This is what the file system looks like. CMake lists is the CMake file. We got cross toolchain files right here. We got the license right here, the source, and then the DLL files. And so, firstly, we're gonna build the Unix files. That's what I really wanted to do right now. CMake install prefix equals user. We're gonna make install it for dester, cd into dest, user bin, and that's our executable. So we're gonna launch Tower of the Dead really fast. I like it that way. And this is basically this entire project. It's all made in C code. It is very small, very minimal, and it has very basic rudimentary controls, kind of Minecraft styled. Controls right here. You can look with the mouse, you can control with the keypad. But yeah, it's very small, just like a basic cube with basic colors, and then this plane. Yeah, it's just this plane, and then this cube right here. Very small. So that's for the Linux one. That was 64-bit. So now we're going to remove the build directory, because now we need to build the Windows build. And the Windows build is actually pretty big. Well, it's not too big. The issue with it is that it requires the DLL files, and if I try and use a build directory, it can't find the vendor directory. So I'm gonna have to skip. I can't do a build directory. So instead, I need to build from the root directory, which is no problem. We're going to do the install prefix, but we're not going to do a classic user install. So we're actually going to do this Tower of the Dead. Actually, no, Windows 64, Tower of the Dead. Then we're going to do the CMake toolchain file, and the file that we want to use is W64 CMake. And so now it's going to use the MinGW32 toolchain And we're also going to use WinRes to compile a resource file in source Tower of the Dead pubinfo.rc. This is useful to embed information into the application for Windows. And so now we're just going to make a duster install. So now we have dest 64, and then we have bin, just like that. And so we have all the DL's file necessary, and then we're gonna cd into the bin directory, and now we're gonna whine, so we're gonna emulate towerofthedead.exe. There we go, it launched like that. It's slow because of how long it takes for whine to start. The time is not that big of a deal on Windows because it doesn't take that long to launch on Windows. And so an issue right here is that it doesn't fully close, at least in the terminal. So I have to do Control-C and terminate the process. And then now that's done. But yeah, that's the project that I have. That is Tower of the Dead so far. And anyway, that's about it. Sleep well, peeps.